sat down and talked with Mr. Dahl for a good hour or so here at the last meeting. And I told him that we were going to make a decision and it's working. As I said, we did have another applicant on hand, so.
That's if I'm remembering my meetings correctly here, we said that at the time we didn't seem to have a problem with them, but we talked to them first.
I just asked a few questions. You actually wrote up the job description for this?
Yeah, when I was on the town board. It wasn't me, it was that board. I mean,
but you yourself did do it, but you were part of the
right.
process.
Yep.
You looked at things, Jim?
I looked at, were they all here at the same time?
No, this was there.
Which one is it?
That's the same one.
That was one of them.
Jeff, what were your findings with the other person?
Mr. Dahl, retired. He's just looking for something to do. He does not have much knowledge as far as code. What do you, I don't know what you have for knowledge as far as road repair.
Other than what I picked up from my years on the town board through the training from that you were required to take and understand about the signage. And, I mean, I'm not a cubic footer as far as amount of material, and I understand the things about what for your sight lines, the signage. I'm interested because I think it's going to be something that's going to be a great expense to this township in the future if we don't get a handle on our roads.
Well, it's going to be an expense here in the next few years because the federal government is required to replace all signs.
Right. Well, that's part of it, but
We got a nasty unfunded mandate coming on.
Yep.
That's going to cost probably several $1,000s.
Yes.
We don't have a choice in that. We have to do it.
Boy, I'd like to sit down and talk to Woody one-on-one for this now. Maybe get Mr. Dahl, if it's okay with the board. Might as well make the decision, or does we have to wait up the board, or what?
What do you guys think?
You could go ahead and talk to them after the meeting.
Okay.
If you want to move this along, and make your decision then.
Why, yeah, why don't we do that?
The other thing I would ask is, once you've made that decision, do you want to go ahead and do your road review in May, or are you going to put it off until June?
I would probably wait June. Yeah, it's just too short a period of time.
It's very busy.
Here's the question.
I was wondering if the road foreman for Fredenberg has anything to do with getting hold of Keith for Taft Road, the way they went and put a shovel full here and a shovel full there. And Frank Seversal said that hasn't been paid for over 30 years. And I'm knocking lights out of my cars and just traveling on it.
As a town board or road foreman, there's nothing we can do about that.
Somebody did something 4 blocks after the Cloquet River Bridge passed Westlands and
Country Road. That repair there was made because we pressured Commissioner Nelson to do something about the road.
Well, I wish you would have pressured them for another 4 miles.
They showed up with the county truck with a load of hot mix in there, and they shoveled some of the worst potholes and fixed the immediate problems. But the road is slated for reconstruction in the next few years.
The best bet is for citizens to call up Commissioner Nelson and pressure him.
I've done that a few times.
Everybody else should do it.
We get a secretary.
Survey crews have been too. The survey crews have been there now.
Yeah, but that could be 10 years before.
Well, I know, but they're talking, not this year, but next year. That's what the survey crews were talking, what they know. But the fact that, right.
In other words, the road foreman has no more power than
No.
Joe next door
The road-
neighbor.
All the road foreman has is township road. That's it.
We decided something on road foreman here.
We'll discuss, we'll talk with Woody after we make a decision then. If that's okay, can we stick around?
Fine.
Mr. Chairman, would you have to recess to do that and reconvene?
Yeah, we'd have to recess the meeting.
So it's not hard. So do the recess.
Great.
Yeah, the way that would be handled is after we finish all of our business here, we'll recess, discuss the road foreman job. After we come to a consensus, we'll reconvene and vote on it. So, let's move on here to Code of Ethics.
I do not have anything more at this time. I have not received anything from the township as a whole for vote, for any comments on it, and I'm still waiting for communication.
Still at a table.
Yep.
We'll take that now. Sledding hill.
Well, I wasn't aware that Jim and Dave had spoke about solar, so I can, if Jim wants to get me up to speed, I'll get going with that.
It was just the thing I was looking into, cost efficiency of what they're going to cost for engineering and so forth. Trying to find the best updated light fixture that's solar, which is not the lasting candle power and so forth, how long it's going to last.
Is that still true, like Country Power, or is that on its
You
own?
you got to go through your other electrical sources like Viking Electric, Raybar.
It used to work for like this.
You know Randy then? Okay.
Okay, so are you talking about a completely separate entity then, and not even going with like Country Power
Correct.
then?
Right.
Okay, but we're just sending out a $500 check to the Country Power, and we've just spent $106.
Well, it's been taking this long, it's been taking this long to do it. I've been kind of dragging my feet on it, and I'll take the blame for that, so whatever everybody else wants to do.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? Within 2 weeks, I will speak with Jim. I will research this solar light. We will put the $500 check on hold until then, still sign it, get it ready, just in case it isn't a viable project. And if it isn't, then I will go through with Lake Country Power. If not, I will get the show on the road and we'll do the solar thing. And then I will have estimating bids and everything by the next town board.
Because we can get the volunteers to put the pole in, we got a pole,
What's all volunteers then?
except the line the light.
Okay.
Before that's done though, I'd like to have a plan kind of written out.
Right. We just got to see what the cost is and how it's going to work, and
Yes. But I mean, just don't go ahead and put the pole in without, talking to people where they want to put it.
right, we've already discussed it with Gordy and some other places of Claire and the setting of it. But yeah, and it'll be an off switch on for summertime, so it's not on.
Yeah, that solar power is a great deal because then it won't cost as much to pay money for the power.
Right.
Or like,
Right.
And after the last town board meeting too, Ray and I had discussed that he would help do some excavating on the hill also. Is that still